Alright, so we're getting this box prepared for TSA. I like to use these Ziploc bags to take my pistols apart, put them in a Ziploc bag just in case a spring or anything coming loose, so no scratches. You know, they be throwing stuff on that belt or whatever, so I use the Ziploc bags. This time I've done my PTR before. I'm doing that because it's folding, and I like to carry in the backpack. So got the PTR up here. My suppressor is going to go into that little black bag. Magazines ain't gonna have no ammo in it. Definitely want to make sure no ammo is in the gun at all. Usually I take the gun apart, but we're not taking this apart. Like if it's an AR-15 or something like that, I usually separate the upper and the lower. I did a lot of videos on it doing this, but I always carry different guns depending on where I'm going or where I'm flying. So, but we did carry this one before, and we got the better mags too now. We got those Overwatch precision mags. Last time I was using them long 40 round magazines, and that just was taking up too much space. So, and is a weight limit too, so you got to keep it at a certain amount of pounds for the ammo. So we're gonna check this, make sure it's clear, which it is, but we're gonna check it anyway. This is coming off because we don't want to leave this on there. We're gonna put that in a separate so it's not bumping nothing and scratching. And what I like about it, it fold in half. I mean, you can take this apart. You got this pin, and then, but I'm not doing it for this type of gun. I did it for my Chris Vectors because they was taking up so much space, but this gonna be cool. So let me get this folded, and then I'm gonna take the suppressor off. So just like that, we got the PTR clear, folded. I'm gonna cover my lenses up. I just gotta take one off for another one or find it, but I do cover my lens up because, like I said, you never know how these things go, who be throwing stuff around, so I don't want something to go over there and hit my lens. So next gun we gonna put in here is, we're gonna do this right here, a 5.45 Galil Ace. Same reason, because it's folding. I'm gonna do a lot of backpack carrying, so I went with the Fat Cat on here, tested it already. This runs suppressed with the Fat Cat on there. We don't have the subs yet. We only got supers right now and some VMAX, and some hollow points, but no subs, but that's cool anyway. It quieted down a little bit. It ain't piercing the ear. Fat Cat is short, compact, still can fold, fit in the backpack, no problem. It is a little weight on here, heavier than the AR-15, but that's cool. Both of these is kind of heavy on the side if you was comparing them to like an AR-9 or whatever, and this one if you was comparing it to like a 5.56 or 300 blackout, this one is definitely going to be heavier. But all right, so that fold, we got that to go. We got a couple more pistols we got to break down, and we're gonna put in bags, and then I'm gonna put my suppressors in this black bag, and then, well, I'm gonna do two separate black bags. I don't want them rubbing against each other either. And then we get our magazines in the bag. So I got another little bag. This is the bag that I'm gonna put my suppressors, stuff like flashlights and whatever else. You know, my tourniquet is in here. I'm gonna print, even though I got my paperwork on my phone, but I'm gonna print out a copy of my tax stamps for my suppressors. You know, phone could go dead or anything. Tax stamp papers. All right, so now we got the Hellcat super small, easy to conceal. CZP-10S, easy to conceal. Then box or the magazines, but it can't just be loose ammo just rolling around in their bag. And then the bag is gonna go in here. And so yeah, we got one more gun to go. We can get bagged up. Then the bag gonna go in.
I need your ID as well. What caliber is it? Is it unloaded?
Yes.
Is there ammunition in it?
No, not in the gun.
Like in the case?
Yeah. It's locked
but it's
up.
separate?
Yeah.
This is just a firearm case. There's nothing else in it but this firearm and ammunition.
Okay, they have
So
to open it up, put this on the inside.
It still got to go on the inside.
Yeah, it's still,
Okay.
yeah.
Stick that on the inside.
See something, say something. Report suspicious activity. Law enforcement officer, TSA officer, or airline.
So I had just cut the camera off and on the way back, but that was a super long process. I never had any airline, and I've done Spirit, Frontier, what is the other ones? Every time you do go to the airport, you gotta expect something different, so you definitely need to show up there early, because there's always something different. It's never been the same. Things just be a little different every time you go. So I had all this stuff in this bag. So right before I cut the camera off, one of the other workers, which I didn't even see where he came from, asked me what kind of locks I had once it got on the conveyor belt. And as it got on the belt, he says, when you get home, next time you fly, get some TSA locks. And I was thinking, like, why would I get TSA locks? I told him my box already locks by itself, and then I add a lock to here. So when I told him, like, nah, I don't use TSA locks, that's how you get your stuff stolen, you know, use your own locks to keep your own key. He says the reason to get TSA locks because they might need to check your box at any time. So I told him, I said, usually if they need to check your box, they'll call on the loudspeaker and tell you to come to, you know, wherever they at. So I don't know if dude was being weird or what, or thought he was gonna steal something, or thought I was new to doing this. The other dude tried to tell him, that was helping me, tried to tell him that I've been doing this stuff before. I didn't know that guy or anything, but he was trying to tell him, but I don't know what that was about. But you know, it just be weirdos. And once I told him, I said that's how people guns get stolen. If somebody got any other lock, or somebody got the master key to some locks, or those cutaway locks. And I told him, I said, next time if he fly, he don't use those TSA locks, because your gun might come up stolen. But other than that, I got my stuff, and I don't know, that was just weird. But that was definitely a different process of making sure my paperwork. So on this thing right here, I never ever read the back of this anyway. So it does say you must complete a form for each firearm declared. So he actually was doing it the right way. A lot of the other times, I don't know, I haven't read all the other forms that I got, but yeah, he definitely did it for each one. Usually they just do one, put it in the bag, in the box, I lock it up, that's it. And so definitely, if you do carry a firearm, get there early. I was there early, so I wasn't really worried about it. But if I was just on time, or I always try to do more than 2 hours because of this, because there's been plenty of times where I had to go down to the room once they put it in the scanner, and then they wipe it with like an alcohol pad or something like that. So it's been a couple different times, different ways. I posted the videos. I should have the video still, but they go in the room and check it through. When they put, sometimes they put it through the scanner, check it, all of that stuff. So this one right here was with Spirit. So like I said, I've done Frontier, I've done American, did United before, and had to do 5 of those, and they put them on each bag. So on the back of that, that's what it say. Maybe they changed something, I don't know. So that's another thing too. Whatever airline you flying, go on the website and see what it say. You know, they might change the pounds. My box don't go over 40 pounds. It'd be like 38 or something like that. Because if you go over 40, you're gonna have to pay that oversized box. That's why I didn't use the box with the wheels that the Barrett came in, because that'll be charged oversized. It's becoming more common of it being on that belt instead of TSA bringing it out to that room that I showed in the clip. So it's definitely, you definitely got to get, once you get off the plane, you can't be playing around. Get to the baggage claim to make sure, because sometimes it's last, sometimes it's first.
I see your motivation, I see your movement is in effect, and I fucking love that shit. Let's get it.